you are welcome to another edition of today's podcast. And today we have something special to tell you guys as usual. And it's not always me. I always have somebody important in the studio. My name is Olutayo Alex. You can call me Crystal Pen. So I have with me in the building Mr. Okoyemi. So he was with us last week as well. Mr. Okoyemi, introduce yourself.
Thank you once again, Mr. Alice, for always having me on the show to speak into the subject matters that we have on ground. All right, not to take too much of our time, I believe the audience are familiar with me already. My name is Opeyemi, just for people who are joining us on this podcast once again. And I work here at Go Premium. Basically, the topic before us that we've been considering is our business weapon, and this is the part two of it, right? Last week, um, we were mentioning the business weapons that will help you scale your business, right? Um, I started by saying, if you don't forget, Mr. Alex, I started by saying a clear vision. Then I moved forward to branding and I emphasized a bit more branding. Number three, I also talked about technologies, yes, and I mentioned system and structures. And um, I was a bit coming into customer experience before we call it a day on the last episode. So I'm just going to be starting from there today that businesses cannot do without the latter one, which is the customer experience. So I want to sit here just for a bit before I go into other discussions, right? So for me, um, it's more of like, what are you, what are you selling? What you are selling as a product is not all that is it is to business. You must also include experience. See, if we all know that Nigeria has many cities, right? Cities like Abuja, city like Lagos, Port Harcourt, Ogun, right? These cities are full of experiences. That's why they are called cities. However, if somebody can stay in his or her own corner, right, and still could get the experience that they are looking for, that they are going to be going for in Lagos, that they are going to be going for in Abuja, and they are going to be going for in Port Harcourt, then there is no need for me to travel. If me going to patronize somebody in Lagos is because of experience, if you can create it right from your own corner, I want to believe that that's really huge for any business, and that will make your locality and even people from external places to want to patronize it. That's quite really essential. You cannot overemphasize customer experience. What are they experiencing in your business? This is where you sell emotions, right? And a satisfied customer we give you revenue. We not just give you another customer, we give you revenue. They will pay, for the service you've been able to give them. And they will also be able to give you a clear experience. They will be able to give you a clear experience because you share the experience with them. You give them experience. And by that, I mean, they will also be able to bring people to you, and that's experience for you. People could not even people could pay more than to what they paid initially. Take for instance, if they paid 200,000 naira, they could give you clients that could pay 5 million, 10 million, 20 million because the experience was good. So we don't in business, customer experience is quite essential. It's quite very essential. Quite very essential. And so the next one that I'll be going to um, is what we call innovations. Innovations. See, I don't know how business owners can come up to that level whereby The business is just floating, it's floating. There's no struggle, what have you, without innovation. Times change, seasons changed, market changed. So you don't want to stay in a particular way of doing business. Say, oh, this is what we know. This is how we know to do our business. No, no business can scale that way. No business can scale that way. No business can scale that way. So you have got to make sure that the innovation is there. As things are moving, you are moving. Is a trend. I remember in the fashion industry back in the days, it used to be big trousers. Big trousers. Big trouser. We call it baggy. Later, another fashion sense came. Then we call it pencil. We call it pencil trouser. Everybody was jumping on it. Religious people also condemned it, what have you, what have you. But the word was flowing with, we call it a pencil trouser, again, pant trouser, right? It was smooth. Everybody just wanted to look not old because baggy makes you old, makes you look old rather. So that trend came and everybody was jumping on pencil, pencil, pencil. But again, what are we wearing now? We are now back to baggy. You see a lady who is as slim as who is as slim as crayon wearing a big baggy. And she wears it with this enthusiasm. She wears it comfortably. And she carries herself, and you might want to say, oh, this lady is beautiful. And that's true. Because that's where the fashion word is. It is a trend. It is a trend. So if you want to stay in business, especially now, just citing the case of fashion, you might want to also flow with trend. Only if you have otherwise conviction. It revolves. It revolves. What is obtainable? What is acceptable? What is welcomed in the 90s, coming into the 20s, right? Now it's no longer acceptable. Now you have got to scale up. You have got to be innovative. And we cannot talk about this enough. We cannot talk about this enough. You have got to be innovative. 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 Yeah. So the next one I'd like to mention on this matter now is data and information. Here is where we talk about the statistics. You have got to stay informed. You cannot be doing business blindly. If it is no longer working, shut it down. Shut it down. Business is not about blind emotions. Shut it down. Convert your, shut it down. Go into the next thing. Your market performance matters. What the world is looking for matters. Imagine that you are still using your old Nokia. Just imagine it. Mr. Alex, just imagine that we are still using the old Nokia. The old Nokia. Now we are using iPhone. That's not just innovation. That's also data and information. That the word is no longer here. You have got to recognize it. That the word is no longer here. The word is there. It's not just innovation that you are. It's also data and information. It helps you make conclusive decisions. Yes. Yes. Data and information. We cannot do business the way we were doing it before. At a time in cities, it used to be 18 passengers for transport system. Now we have what we call in-drive. We have what we call Uber, right? And look at the cars that are being used for Ubers. These are top, these are top cars, top vehicles. The world is changing. Our transport system. You hear, or you will see tricycles on the road. Before it used to be 18 passengers, bus. But the world is changing. You cannot be packing 18 people now. And you are taking the no. Everybody now wants comfort. So if you can give comfort, again, that even speaks into experience, customer experience. Don't say there is no money. People will book you, will book you. Am I saying we should scrap 18 passengers? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that there are ways, instead of scrapping that, add something to it that will give the people alternative to what their experience used to be. My experience about 18 bus seater taking me from one place to the other, as in my head, I don't enjoy it. I I just want to sit alone inside the bus, or inside the vehicle and the car. I just want to plug in my earpiece, listening to um, a podcast, listening to a message, and I'm traveling. Currently, that's me. Currently, that's me. But we are now inside a 10 passenger and we are going that far long distance. No, I don't want to do that. So we cannot do business the way we have been doing it. Still currently speaking on data and information. Your market performance, how is it? Your customer experience, how is it? These things matters. Customer feedback, how is it? Yeah, how is it? Because it is inclusive in data and information. You are gathering data and information so that you can make adequate decisions. So you have got to take customer feedback quite very serious. Quite very serious. It's very essential. You don't want to joke with feedbacks. You don't want to joke with industry change, right? Yeah. The next one, the next one is what we call content creation. Content creation. I'm telling you, Mr. Alice, content creation is very essential for any business right now. How many contents are your guys pushing out? Do you even have a content department? You will not have all the money to run your ads, but your content can be out there and can go viral at any time, especially when what you're doing resonates with solving human problems. Your content will go far. On all platforms, if your department, your content creator guys can push three contents out every day on all platforms. It must not be it must not be it must not be long. 1 minute, 30 seconds about what you're doing, the BTS, the behind the scene, the customer experience, the feedbacks, capturing every life in your workspace. It will go far. It will go far. It will go far. So no business right now wants should take content creation lightly. You will hurt your business. Your business will not scale. People will not see you. Over 7 billion on Earth now. They have to see what you're doing. They really have to see what you're doing. And so that's where the fulcrum of this conversation is. These are the business weapons currently as we speak. Currently as we speak. Again, emphatically, content creation. Content creation. Your customer experience, your innovation, data and information, content creation. Content creation is quite very important. Content creation. And this is where I just want to stop for today. Thank you so much, Mr. Alex, for granting me this audience once again.
Thank you, Mr. Koyemi. We are glad to have you again on our show podcast by
Thank you so
Hazra.
much. Thank you so
So, he has spoken a lot, and in case you are just joining us, what we have been discussing is actually the weapon of business, which we can call the strategy of business. Thank you, Mr. Koyemi, once
Thank
again.
you so
And
much.
so, if you have a questions, the time is not really on our side. If you have a question, you can just drop it in the comment section. Thank you for always sharing our video. Thank you for always liking our video. You can say we love you and we want to see your business grow in future. And don't forget that in case that you need, you want to move your money abroad, you want to collect your money, whether as a freelancer, gig worker, don't forget that Hazra is always there with you for you, right there on your WhatsApp. Hazra works on WhatsApp, and you don't need to download any app. Just go to userazra.com and just talk to Hazra, and right there you create USD account, where you can use to collect your money anywhere, everywhere in the world. Thank you, Mr. Koyemi, once again.
Thank you so
My name
much
is
for having me.
Lutayo Laleka, and we're going to call it a day on today's edition of podcast. Thank you for joining us.